Hey everybody, we're here at my mom's house. We came over here for Christmas Day and I wanted to go charge the car. There's a charger about, I don't know, about a half mile or maybe 3/4 of a mile that way. And I wanted to tell you guys something that I got here that really helps me out on trips, and especially like this. I mean, we have a plug here at the house too that we can plug in the 110, but we'll get 5 to 6 miles an hour. The charger over here is a level 2 charger, and I can park it there, plug in my J1772 adapter, and basically come back here in the house and have the car fully charged out when we get there. But I absolutely love the Segway scooter that I bought. I tried a couple different ones. The one wheel, that's kind of, if you look that up, you might like that. If you're younger and have insurance, you might want to get one of those, but it's just one big wheel and a platform like a skateboard. The Mac wheel and then the Segway. But the one that I got here ranges right around $550 to $600 like that. The Mac wheel is like $299 or $300. This one does 28 miles of range that I've got here. I'll put a link in the description for all those, but it is absolutely fun when I go to different trips like Knoxville, like you see here, or when I go even just over here to my mom's house like this and drop it off, or any of the stores and the shops. I just get on this thing, go and buzz over to maybe a restaurant or something like that. Makes it a little bit easier. So I can park a little bit further away, get some good charging, especially on the free network charging like Blink, if they have those, or the charge point systems. It works phenomenal. So let's go get parked over there and get this thing squared away. And I hope everybody had an amazing holiday or amazing Christmas here. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it was good for you there. We had some fun. The kids had lots of fun. They got all the stuff that they wanted. Obviously, they're kids. They get some cool stuff. So we're here. It is 7/10 a mile to get here. We're going to take the scooter. We're going to get ourselves back over to the mom's house, celebrate some Christmas stuff. And I think that's going to be that here. So we'll get some video of lots of stuff this week. I've got other videos coming out, some maintenance things. If you guys want that, you know what to do. So let's get out here and get plugged in. And if you haven't ridden one of these things are super fun to ride. And I mean fun. You can get anywhere you want to, go pretty much everywhere on that 28 miles. And it charges with a regular charger that plugs into your wall there. Nothing special like that. It does not have a cigarette charger or a 12-volt charger for the car, but it's been working really well for me. And I'm telling you, I have a blast on it. It is one of the coolest things. You can see, handles pretty much every road. The only thing you gotta be really careful on is if you go over any of the stripes on the roadway, like the painted medians or like these crosswalks coming up here, you will bust your butt on them. Like this one particularly right here. So like that. When it's super wet, that's what will happen. You'll just go down in an instant. They're really slick tires, but it's having to walk, I can tell you that much right now. We're gonna get ourselves on the sidewalk. And this particular one has like a little shock there. That gray boot that you see in the front, that's a shock that kind of works when you hit something pretty hard. It's really loud. If you do hear that, that's what you're gonna hear. It sounds like a big popping. It's pretty windy right now. I'm peaking out at about 16 miles an hour. Usually with no wind at your back or anything like that, you'll go right around 17 and just hold right there. And I've had this for about 4 or 5 months, and I'm telling you, I absolutely love it. It's one of the greatest things you can get. It does a little off-roading. It's not real great. It'll bog down in like dirt and sand. There's not a lot of torque in the motor. It works off of, really getting your momentum up first. In order to get going, you got to actually start pedaling a little bit. It has to be 3 miles an hour. So there's not a lot of torque. You can get going through thin grass or like golf course grass. So when I first got this, I was actually asking myself, I was like, is this thing needed? Is it a luxury? And when we went to Knoxville and had to go to the store and get something, but we were on a 5 mile an hour charger at the hotel and not a charger in sight, I really wanted to leave the car there so that it would just maximize on its charge, because I didn't want to drive it anymore until we had to leave the next day. So at that point in time, that's when it kind of became a necessity luxury, or luxury necessity, and it worked out really well. I was able to go to the store and get some stuff, but I'm currently riding down beachside right now, and you can kind of see the terrain or what I'm traversing over here. It's not bad at all. It's really smooth. These little entrance and exits, I just cruise up here to the outside of it so I don't hit such a sharp angle going down it. It doesn't do anything, but it just makes it a little bit more comfortable. And we'll get up to full speed here and see what we got. Coming up, 16 again. There it is. And you can really hear that front wheel now just kind of knocking there, and that's that shock in the front of it when you hit something really hard. Yeah, one of my most favorite things about it is just the portability, how it folds down, and you'll see that here in just a minute when we get to the car. It folds down so nice and really allows you to just put this thing anywhere. It fits in the back of the Tesla really good. You just have to put out a little bit of an angle, not too bad. But if you do want one of these, check out Mac Wheel. That's a little bit more of an affordable one. This one here is a little bit on the higher end. And if you also go to Costco, you can get one there. They had them on sale for like $5.20 just this past week. This is the ES3 version, so it's an ES2 with a battery pack, and then they have an ES4 version, the Mac Wheel and One Wheel, and this one here. I tried out all of them. This one seems to be my favorite here. The Mac Wheel had a little bit of an issue with some weather protection. This has an IP rating of, I think it was 4, and the Mac Wheel had the charging port down the bottom. That was kind of like the weird thing on there, but if you can keep that sealed up, I think that's a really good scooter. They're almost identical. They do about the same speeds, and the only thing different is just the range in here. So, all right, there she is, getting her charge on right there, looking good. And we're gonna go ahead and put this guy back in. I'll show you how it folds up. So you can see the scooter here. You can see it scaled next to me here. I'm standing just slightly behind it, but I'm about 5'10", and what this scooter has some good features on it. The front wheel is the motor, so it pulls you along. You got a battery pack here, and then underneath this you have a battery pack as well. The back wheel is freewheeling, and if you want to use the brake, you step down on it like a traditional Razor scooter like the kids have. So the one wheel uses just the motor itself to slow you down, and it's like a skateboard, as I was mentioning earlier. The Mac Wheel has a handbrake up here, which is a disc brake in the back. I prefer this system better, and I don't really use that at all. I use the motor brake a lot more than I do the back brake. And it's sitting up here with a kickstand just like it is right here, and folding it down is super easy. So we're gonna do that and put it right in the trunk. You guys ready? Let's do it. Put the kickstand up, push forward a little bit, step on that, lock that in, and then I still got the headlight on, so I'll show you that. You can see that there, and then to shut it down, you just press and hold. It shuts down just like that. And then you just wheel it right over to your car. And I stick it right in the back over here. And just put it in just a little bit of an angle right there, and it sets right in. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. You close this up and you're gone. Inside here, I do have my camera bag and some other things in here so you can see how it fits. All right, we're gonna get the car unplugged here and get ourselves out of here. All right, so thanks you guys for watching this video. As always, I appreciate you guys and all the support you give me here and the messages that you send in. I'm headed back to my mom's here. We're gonna go and just enjoy the rest of Christmas here. So if you want some more information or if you want one of these here, let me know down in the comments. I'll put a link in the description for all of these, the Mac Wheel, the One Wheel, and the Segway here that I have. And I'll see you guys again soon. Have a happy holiday and Merry Christmas.